Good morning. I am Suzette. Welcome back to Can You Believe It? Today we are here with Lily and Maricela from the Little Big History team to talk about latex balloons.
Of course, surprisingly enough, the creation of the balloon actually started since the beginning of space and time. Dating back around 13.8 billion years ago, when the Big Bang occurred, 200 years later, stars emerged from the cosmic clouds of gas and dust, containing huge amounts of energy, capable of creating all universal elements known to man, such as helium.
So let's start with the main component of a latex balloon, the latex. Latex or isoprene is made of carbon and hydrogen, which can be made in stars before they die or go supernova. Helium is commonly used to fill up balloons just to make them float for a while, or to inhale to change people's voices, which is a total waste since it uses up the easily accessible helium on Earth, which could be used for other more important things like MRI scanners, fiber optics, and LCD screens.
It is so shocking to know how something we consider irrelevant can be traced to the beginning of time and used everywhere.
Exactly. And 4.5 billion years ago, the young Earth we know now was swimming in a pool of elements such as nitrogen and many others in both the land and air, making it dangerous for even life to survive. Over time, the amount of chemicals along Earth reduced, making it more adaptable and allowing life to begin flourishing. Once life began flourishing, rainforests became key when it comes to making balloons.
So let's use the Hevia brasilensis tree, or the para-rubber tree, as an example. It's native to the Amazonian rainforest in Brazil and has adapted to the changes the forest has gone through.
It's time for a fun fact. This tree towers to the tops of the rainforest from 100 to 130 feet tall, and if grown properly, the para-rubber tree can live up to 100 years.
Balloons once were made of paper and cloth bags, which were inflated using hot air, which is reminiscent of the Asian sky lanterns, which are basically mini hot air balloons that were popularly used in East Asia for celebrations. Knowing the source of latex along with the uprising of agriculture in early civilizations helped begin the overall harvest of latex to this day.
I never knew that latex actually came from a tree deep in the rainforest. But one question that I have, and I think many people have, is how did the idea of a balloon even come about?
In 900 BC, the Mayans used rubber to make balls from their legendary Mesoamerican ball games. The Aztecs later on invented the first balloon around 1200 BC. As before, they did not use latex, rubber, or mylar, but animal bladders, intestines, and stomachs into balloons to praise their gods.
People began to farm rubber trees from one species originating from South Africa, but ended up spreading throughout most tropical areas in the world. First, latex is dyed and mixed for 16 hours. Meanwhile, balloon moldings are dipped into a chemical that attracts the latex. Then, they're dipped into the latex vat. Spinning brushes roll up the balloon openings. They create the lip of the balloon. The latex turns rubbery in this hot bath. Air jets inflate the balloons. Rollers grab the balloons as they fill with air. Finally, they're washed to make them more durable. And now you have balloons!
But let's venture back to the 1820s. In 1824, the first rubber balloon was made by accident by Professor Michael Faraday at the Royal Institution in London.
With the industrialization of latex, the discovery of helium was yet to be found in 1868 by Pierre Janssen, who viewed a solar eclipse. It was found on Earth in 1865.
The creation of balloons and the discovery of the elements behind it are considered to be great, but there are some things that are considered negatives when creating balloons.
Balloons aren't that great for the environment. Natural latex is perfectly safe for the environment, but the latex used for balloons is chemically treated to prevent bacterial decomposition, and because of this, it can take anywhere from 6 months to 4 years for one balloon to completely decompose. Balloons are also used as transportation, so they can actually travel quite far, meaning they can end up in large bodies of water and be mistaken for food by the native wildlife, or entangle animals with their strings.
Regarding helium, it took about 4.7 billion years for vast amounts of helium to accumulate on Earth. As the helium production decreases, there is no chemical way of remanufacturing helium.
Wow, to honestly say balloons actually were created since the beginning of time, and for it to be actually true, since humans began to revolutionize the balloon, are there any modern influences balloons can cause, such as to engineering or the biomedical field?
Balloons can be used to conduct astronomical observations. They suspend radio tracking devices into the air to collect atmospheric data once they were first invented, and now they are used to observe the edge of the atmosphere, the boundary before outer space.
According to Daniel Enberg, after the body starts inhaling huge amounts of helium, the body's oxygen level starts to plummet to a hazardous level in a matter of seconds. Other than helium, latex can also harm the body as an allergen. The overall latex allergy may cause the skin to become itchy and create hives.
So, for the viewers to understand, before latex was even discovered, balloons existed in the form of chemical elements. But once latex was discovered and balloons started being made, the manufacturing of balloons became more efficient and rubber trees were farmed for latex. After balloons became more easily accessible, they began harming the ecosystems of the earth and using up planet's resources for unimportant decorations. To overall conclude, balloons help push human innovation forward, but they hold many environmental consequences. The resources used to make balloons could be put to far better use, and there are many better alternatives. I hope you all have enjoyed tuning into Can You Believe It? And let us give a special thanks to our Little Big History team for meeting us here today. I hope you all learned something new today. This is Suzette and the Little Big History team signing off. Have a great day.